not the best thing to be next to a celebrity. Like, I believe they leveraged the Puff thing so well. Like, I'm like, well, they didn't have any celebrities, and the celebrities they had were like C minor. No disrespect to anybody. They were basically people.
Jay-Z before he got popular. Jay-Z was a real nigga getting money. Him and Dame Dash had some business. Me and my man Duke the God seen it a couple times. I seen it a couple times. Dame and Duke the God kind of just shoved me out the business and started doing other business, but that's another story for another day. So I respect it.
Let's get back to the smoke, though. This is what they doing now, y'all? Check it out.
Just laugh. They laugh for a good 5 minutes at my debit card. It looks like a food stamp.
Yo, Blade.
Location. That's what you gotta be the penthouse, right? You got 2 rooms. Maybe later on we'll walk them around and see what's there. Yes, sir. Wait. I had to have you on, bro. You on Instagrams. They say, who is this guy?
Millie Mills.
I said, well, you know what I'm saying? So, who's my man?
He go,
you know that it's Millie Mills in the motherfucking building.
Yes, sir.
MC Dom in the motherfucking house in the place to be.
Yes, sir.
Oh, he went way back in a place to be.
That's one of the other interviews, okay. And you know, we got the boss in the building. He's like my brother Tone. You know, they don't like to do the camera work. Now I tell you, when a person don't want to be on camera, that's the man you gotta fear. So let's give him a pound. Let's give him a 5. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
that's okay.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But he's and he's in the building, and you will be able to hear him. That's a fact.
Right.
All right. So let's talk about it. So Kia, I mean, you man, it's been a minute now. I've been trying to sit down with you for a minute. I mean, you know, it all started with my man Blockwork.
Yes.
Blockwork on the platform. Shout out to Blockwork.
Shout out to Blockwork. Happy birthday. You know, November 23rd. I did not forget. That's still my little boy.
Now, I got to say, all of these artists and all these labels, you know, shout out to all
hold on a minute. I got something for you.
That's what I was going to say. God works in mysterious ways. She's good. Okay, so I'm going to put this out. Okay.
I got something for you.
That's what I was going to say. I was going to say all of these labels, you know, they up here, you know, they say, baby, we want you to come do this, do that, do this. You know, there is checks involved. Don't get me wrong. Shout out to them. Thank you. Paying the bills, helping out with the kids.
Right.
But I am saying that they never give me merch.
Oh, you were supposed to give merch to the interviewer, the DJ, wherever you go.
Yeah, and I'm grateful for that. That's why I was going to say that, you know, being in the building and then come and actually have a gift.
Yes, it wouldn't be no right without it.
Material merch.
Exactly.
Shout out to them.
You know that.
You know that. He actually has the merch on too now.
You know that.
So
music can depend on me, baby.
100%. They definitely came prepared and they definitely came with the look. Thank you so much.
Of course.
All right, but now let's get into the interview. I've been trying to sit down with you. I mean, it all started with Blockwork. You know, you brought Blockwork to the table. Blockwork and I sat down, had an interview, you know, and from there, you know, well, actually, I'm speeding because I met you through somebody else that was actually on top of the game, actually. That's Capella Gray.
Yes.
Yes, I got to say that. I got to say Capella Gray. So let's start from there. How do you know Capella Gray?
I don't know him I know his dad. His dad, Sean, is from Mount Vernon. Mm-hmm. And he knows my husband, Kareem. And we met him one day when I met Sean when I went to an event for Wendy Williams down in Brooklyn. I can't remember what it was. It was an all-white affair, and my husband introduced me to him. And then when I was working with Cartel and Young God Boy King, I remember booking a show with Capella, but I have like so many people that I come in contact with and I text, and I had an assistant at the time, Layla, and she would reach out to people and stuff like that. So we did a show for him and stuff. And then, you know, at the time I knew his daughter, he wanted his daughter to do modeling, and I was supposed to help him do that, but it never went anywhere. And then everybody was like, yeah, there's this guy from Mount Vernon or Uptown, and he's streaming all over the place. He has the #1 song. And I was like, what song is that? Mount Vernon? Who that is? Mm-hmm. And they played the song Gallus. And I was like, oh, okay. And then when I saw him, I was like, oh, my God, Capella. I remember him. We did a show for him. And it just went from there. And then at one point, I was kind of upset with him, but I have to not let my emotions rock the boat sometimes. And another situation happened, and not to bring up the Blockwork situation, because we spoke, we had a heart-to-heart, everything is good with that. But because of the Blockwork situation, someone came to me, and they was like, yo, you know, Capella Gray said that, and I don't know if this is true, so I'm speculating, but it was good, that he said that I manage different, and that only thing I need is one artist, and everything is going to go good. So, you know, for him to have said that, if he said that allegedly, thank you, Capella, if you said that. You don't know who your friends are or the people that love you or cheering for you. When you're not in those rooms, you need somebody to be speaking like that for you. 100%. Not just in the front of your face. When you're not there, your name needs to speak positive value in that room.
100%.
Yeah, so if that happened, I thank you. I can't remember the person that said it to me. I think it was DJ Shaka, if I'm not mistaken. I can't remember. I be on the phone with Shaka so much, but I think it was DJ Shaka that said it to me, that Capella said what he said or whatever. And then also Capella be with Reggie and Killer and Gary and Knuckles, my whole crew at Bedrock.
100%.
Like, that's my family right there. I told them I'm bringing them a plaque. I don't care how hard I gotta go. I'm bringing them a plaque home.
And before you did Gallus, we reached out to him and worked with him.
That's a fact.
Yeah, I DM'd them. Yeah, and that's when I went back, when I told him congratulations after I saw he made it. That's where I saw like our messages, because before it was official McDonald, but somebody stole my page.
Got you.
Yeah.
I'm glad you mentioned Reggie and Bedrock. Yes, those guys are real talented over there. I want to talk about them too. We're gonna get when we get into the show, bro. That'll come later.
No problem.
I wanted to start with Blockwork. Blockwork was the first artist that I encountered with you.
Yes.
You know, that was our first. This is where we built this.
Yes, I called you. Yo, Shay, baby, I got the hardest drill rapper from Harlem.
Yes.
His name is Blockwork, and I need you to interview him right now.
No, and this is the thing. This is the thing. This is the whole thing about that. That's why I wanted to start with Blockwork, because when it comes to stuff like that, when Shay Baby interviews or if you become on the platform, I will never switch on you.
Right.
I will never turn on you. You become like family to me, because I don't like these guys that, you know, they do conversations.
They interview for clout.
For clout, exactly. And so 1 minute they're your friend, and if a guy want to talk about you just to get more views, they Shay don't do that. And
if I could take that interview back that I did with PP Films about Blockwork, I would take it back. I wouldn't have done it.
Okay, so this is why I wanted to go there with you. It seems like a lot of artists, they attach onto you. They like you.
I'm Mama Joe.
Yeah, that's what I mean. That's what I mean. When I said I wanted to start with Blockwork, it wasn't on a negative thing.
No.
You mentioned the PG Film, because I was going to say that too. Like, your last interview with PG Films, I ain't going to lie, it was on Blockwork, but I enjoyed it. It was fire.
Right.
It was a good interview.
And then soon as there was a little rumor that allegedly I don't manage Mel Bands no more.
Yeah.
Now you got her up there. Like, come on. It's like you using the negative stuff that people go through to get views. Like, you're not being a real journalist.
Yeah, and that's what I don't do.
Get the story, be heartfelt, figure out what's going on.
100%.
Try to settle the problem. Get everybody up on the platform, and let's try to
100%.
mend it back together or something like that, instead of using it as a negative, you know?
100%. Nothing against his platform.
Nothing at all, you know?
Nothing against any of the platforms. I'm just telling them this is how Shay rocks. I don't do that.
Right. I talk to PP Films all the time. We talk about some serious shit. Like, we talk about some behind the scenes shit, what's going on, some gossip and stuff like that. So I don't have nothing bad to say about him at all, under no means necessary. And I thank him for putting me on his platform, because with him putting me on that platform, it was like a false negative, because I've gained a lot of people in my inbox that I could help.
Yes.
So if it was negative to other people, it was positive to those people that really need help, that really need somebody to be there for. But if I could take that interview back, I would take it back. I'm 47 years old. I shouldn't have did that. That's a kid.
Gotcha.
Kids do shit, you know?
Yeah.
I was hurt. He was hurt. He was with me for 2 years. Like,
I'm glad you said that.
And I don't even want to cry.
It takes a real person.
Accountability.
Especially on camera in the industry. A lot of people, you know, they so busy about capping and, you know, like I said,
listen,
you know, and I agree. Now.
Since I said don't do it.
Yeah, my husband told me don't go do the interview, but I was so mad because he was accusing. Listen,
he understands. Like, let's just move on. But
I was upset because I was being falsely accused of doing something, and I'm a Pisces. Like, I'm emotional.
Yeah.
If I didn't do something, I ain't do it.
100%.
And I'm gonna make sure the whole world know I didn't do it because my whole entire life I've been blamed for shit.
Yeah.
So like, not this. What the fuck, you know? So
yeah. So
it's over now. I spoke to Block. His birthday is coming up on November 23rd. Hopefully we can get a song and a video in. Hopefully I could get him in the door with a situation. At the end of the day, we had a bond. We had a relationship.
Okay.
Not a relationship like that, but a mom-son relationship. Like,
100%.
yeah.
Now, the reason I wanted to start with Block is because when you first came to me, said, Shay, I got an artist. I want to put him on the platform. Boom, let's lock in. It's Blockwork. I like the music. How does someone like yourself, because I always wanted to know this, how the hell do you even find these type of artists and these type of music? Like, because I'm just like, if someone says to me, Shay, find me a drill artist, I wouldn't even know where to start from. I can go on Instagram and look at it and say, yeah, I like him, and I can maybe DM him. Yeah. But it seems like it's bigger than
it's bigger than
that.
Finding a drill artist. So I'm gonna answer this 2 ways. I'm gonna answer how I found him, and then I'm gonna answer the other way. I'm gonna answer. My son knows that we have a lot of connections inside the industries, and we work with a lot of people, and he knows that I'm gonna do what I do to get that person where they need to go, as long as everything adds up. And my son was a fan of Blockwork,
right,
or whatever, and Shaike and Use G's and Sha G's and Jen Carter. Yeah, like he scooped up on the whole everything, like exactly. Yeah, listen, before they were signed. Before anything, this was like August, right between and after the pandemic. Like, they're on the TV, my son, my daughter, they're watching it. I hear the music playing in the other room and stuff like that. And it's so crazy because there was this one distinct voice that was, and I'm like, what the hell is that? Who is that? Oh my God, turn it off. And that's UG's.
Yeah.
And now I manage him.
Right.
He's my heart. He's so sweet. And it's like, I don't even care about the voice no more.
So let's talk about UG's. Look him up. Seen him on Instagram. He's moving.
Yes.
He's moving.
He's skateboarding.
He's moving. Okay, so even like Blockwork, when you brought Blockwork to me, he's moving.
Yes.
How do you find these artists already moving?
I told you, my son and my daughter and them, they watch them. And
so your sons and your kids can tell you about them.
Right.
How do you lock them in?
But
right or wrong? You understand what I'm trying to say?
Understood.
Like, you can tell. Anybody can tell. I just told you. I don't need your son to tell me how to understand who they are.
Right. You got to reach out to them.
How do you even get in the same room with these guys? That's
right.
You know what I mean?
So listen,
it's crazy.
I was managing. Okay, I met Zay Munna through my son as well. My son reached out. My son came to me and was like, "Ma, I want you to manage Blockwork." Fuck that. He needs to get a deal. Whatever is going on, because they know what's going on. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on. So I said, I totally dubbed my son. I'm like, if he answers, and my son was supposed to be managing Blockwork, okay? He was supposed to be the manager, not me. Not me. So I said, you know what? If he answers or whatever the case may be, then, put it together.
Right.
So he DM'd him or whatever the case may be, and he answered back. And I sent him the contract, and I was like, if he signs it, then it is what it is. Because this whole entire time, I'm thinking My son is going to be managing him, and I'm just going to be showing my son the business, showing my son how to break an artist, showing him how to do artist development, because he named the company. Music can depend on me. So I'm like, all right, this is something that he can take and he can make money and do what he has to do. But it didn't work that way.
Crazy.
Here I go with all the drill artists,
Right.
all the other artists and everything, and I love them. You know, you it takes one. You reach out to one, and they piggyback off the other one. If you do something great for one, and they're somewhat in a similar situation, then heck on the next one,
Right.
and heck with the next one, and heck with the next one, and heck with the next one. But if I don't like your music, I'll still help you, but I won't be as close to you.
Yeah.
And if your drive is not there, I'll do as much as I can for you, but I won't try to push you to do something that you don't want to do. Because like I tell everybody, home comes first.
100%.
And I like to be my artist's number one fan. Like, I want, when they're performing, I want to be in the crowd with my chest poked out, smiling like, yes, that's me. That's my son. That's my daughter. They're a reflection of me. Or whatever. And I know by me giving them the battery, it makes them feel good and it makes them want to work more, and they have that support system. So it's like, I'm momager.
Got you. Now I want to ask you, these are questions that, I've always wanted to know. When did you start the whole manager thing? Because if you ask a guy that's been a manager since 1996, he's still looking for the same type of. They're all 96 manager is still looking for Jay-Z. Am I right or wrong? We're 30 years later, they're still looking for Hov.
Hold on a minute.
They still looking for Hov. I'm talking about with the whole, the punchline, the bars, the
right, because that's their favorite music.
Yeah. So how did you get into the whole?
All artists are different, so I want artists to be who they are.
Right.
I like to bring out a difference in them. If I see that they could do something that they don't see in themselves, I'll put a beat on. Let me sing. Go in there, do this, do that. And the ones that guide and let me do that, I work more harder for them because I see they're still hungry.
Right.
Not meaning hungry, they didn't eat. But it's a saying in the industry, and football, and basketball, and anything you do, always stay hungry and humble.
You gotta stay hungry.
Right, because once you're not hungry no more,
it's over.
It's over.
100%.
So, I am...
No, you're doing your thing. That's why, these are questions that, I just always wanted to know. Okay,
I started, because I ain't answer it. I started in 2011. I started dating, messing around, fooling around, cheating, whatever you want to call it. Kareem in 2010.
Gotcha.
And at the time, Young God Boy King, Cartel, my goddaughter London Nick, everybody was doing music and stuff like that. I ain't know nothing about the Outlaw Angels. I knew my cousin Andy did music. I knew my cousin PA did music.
And these are artists from Mount Vernon.
These are all artists from Mount Vernon.
Shout out to Mount Vernon.
I remember my cousins Kenny and Tommy Guest was the Young Guns from First and Third. They did music.
YG.
Yes, then you get the demigods from the plazas. I used to have his notebooks like before he had went away to jail, like when we was like kids, like younger kids. You understand what I'm saying? Like, it's a history with this shit. This is not just something
I gotta say,
overnight,
I gotta say, YG's was the first Westchester County gang.
I
gotta say, because the only reason why I say that.
And hold on. And now I got all the little YGs.
Yeah.
Underneath me from.
But that's the thing. When you say even like the Sex Money Murder clip that's out there, the gang that's out there now, they don't understand how legendary those names are. YG's was a name in 95.
That's why I tell everybody I'm original YG.
You said you knew the YGs. It was like, okay, you know some dangerous people.
Exactly, I'm out.
The YGs was that.
That's right.
I'm not gonna lie. So, let's talk about Westchester County. A lot of your artists is from the city. A lot of your artists, let's talk about that. What makes you reach out to the artists? I know a lot of artists from Harlem, Brooklyn. You know,
I started home first. But you know, people be influenced by other people, say little things and stuff like that, and some things happen, and
We outside, shit, baby.
they don't want to. You know what I mean? Like, listen, I'm outside, right? I'm outside, like.
What else you know that?
Only thing I can do is give you an opportunity. And you know what one thing is? I think that I am so confident in what I can do, and I know that I can do it. And my ambition is like there, my drive, everything. It might scare some people.
Yeah.
Because if I tell you in 180 days, if you busting 50 to 100,000 by yourself in streams, I could get you a deal of any fucking label. You know what they're gonna say? She's capping.
Facts.
I could prove it.
No.
I could prove it.
We're gonna get into that.
Yeah.
We're gonna get into that. Yeah, I wanted to stay in Westchester County for a second before we get deep into the because you understand, I got some shit for you. I've been waiting for this because I know because I want to get into you and the music business with dealing with the labels. Headaches now.
Right.
How do you deal with these labels? I want to get there. But first I want to keep it in Westchester for about another 5 minutes.
Right.
Westchester County.
I started off as Young God Boy King and Cartel's assistant.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I started off as their assistant, and I'm a take charge person. I was up at Weedy's crib every single day with the desktop, the Dell desktop, the monitor, the speakers, the mouse, the keyboard, making accounts, making Twitters, going on YouTube, looking for shows, looking for booking them, doing this, doing that. And someone in the crew says, oh, you overstepping your boundaries. Assistant is supposed to do this and assistant is supposed to do that, and kind of downplay what I was doing. So I'm like, what? So I went and searched what assistant means and what a manager means. It's damn near the same thing. It's like a list of this, a list of that. And you put it together, you're doing the label, the manager, the PR, the fucking producer, you're doing treatments, you're writing a song, you are it.
So you figured you might as well just start managing?
Let's do it. We got an opportunity when we was in Acura in Rochelle. Frankie, shout out to Frankie, he used to be a Rough Rider. And we went to go buy a car or whatever. The car is a piece of shit. And yes, it was. And he overheard me and Kareem talking about starting a business because we was about to get, a couple of dollars. And he asked us, he was like, do you have any artists? And we was like, yeah, we got music or whatever. Because the first thing I thought about was Mikey, my ringtone, because that's the first song I heard from him. And
now this is 2011?
Yeah, no, 2016. This is 2016 now. Because from 2011 to 2016 was some crazy shit. Like it was me and Kareem getting together, divorce, kids, arguments, fights. Nobody wanted us together, shutting nutty businesses down, like building us.
It was nasty.
Right. Us getting divorced, getting married, everybody in our business, like lawsuits and all types of shit. And everybody just knew everything, but didn't know nothing about what was going on with me and him. So it was crazy. We even had an artist from Atlanta, a guy artist as well. Like, yo, this shit gets so deep. Like, this might be one of your longest interviews, I swear to God.
No, we
because we was doing that. That's when Mikey had the song Is Lit. I was the first one ever to light firecrackers in SOBs and in Webster Hall. You can see the video. It's lit. I am in there, sparks flying. They're like, whoa, fireworks. But they didn't put me out or nothing like that. They thought it was amazing that somebody had the guts to do something like that. Because shit, if it's lit, it's fucking lit. So we're going to turn up and we're going to spark up all the sparks and stuff like that. So it just pretty much went from there. They gave me the drive that I needed. And then I went to Reggie. This is how I met Reggie because it all comes together. Somebody told me about Reggie, told me that, he was a part of a label and this and that and this. I was like, yo, I need a meeting with him. They got me to meeting with Reggie. I had the CD in my hand. I had the bio, everything for Mikey and Cartel. I walked in there with a smile on my face, like, yeah, I have these two artists. Blah, 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 blah.
Right.
So he was like, let me hear the music. And he's just smiling at me. And I'm like, okay. So I was like, yeah, he loving it. And I gave him the CD or whatever. And he put it in. He was like, oh, I know this. He said, I did this whole project. Young God Boy King, London Nick, Cartel with the Case. I was like, oh, yeah, you know them then. So I felt like, oh, shit, we in there now. And he looks at me and he goes, and when you finish getting treated like shit, you come work for me and be an A&R for me. And I'm like, what?
Right.
What you mean? Like, what are you talking about? I'm not working for nobody. I'm gonna do what I'm gonna do for them. You know what I mean? And we just had the relationship from there. From that point on, we was doing that. And then, you know, with the Frankie situation, we was in Acura. He heard me and Kareem talking, knew that we was about to get, you know, a couple of dollars coming in to invest in a company. And he asked us about the artist. At the time, we had Trigger Trav, and we had a song from him called One Night. So Frankie asked us to hear the music. We sent him the music. He played it on his computer right there at his desk in Acura in Norshell, which is, he's not there no more. After the pandemic, he left or whatever. And he said, hold on a minute. And he picked up his cell phone. A few seconds, I swear to God, he heard Trigger Trap. He was like, on the phone immediately. And I'm standing, this is him, this is me. And I'm standing here, Kareem was right there. And he was like, here. And I was like, Like, I shied away from the phone. And I pointed to Kareem, and Kareem took the phone or whatever. And he had the conversation. And after he got off the phone, it was Gene Nelson from Atlantic Records, which was Nicki Minaj's manager at the time, Drake's manager at the time, Lil Wayne's manager. And he was like, yo, I like what y'all got. I want to set up a meeting, come to the studio, meet us in the city. He was late. And
I mean, that's the industry.
But hold on, I wasn't used to that. Mind you, I'm a virgin to the industry.
You know what, niggas don't doing nothing. They just late just because it just comes with the game.
Exactly.
Niggas be at the corner store, you standing around rolling dice for a half hour. People need a meeting. Oh yeah.
They
right,
stop being
because
so damn Hollywood.
It's teaching patience, and it's letting them see. And I've learned this now. It's teaching patience, and it's showing them if they can work with you or not. Are you going to act belligerent when they get there? Are you going to be okay when they get there? Everything is a test. Like, everything in this industry is a test, and it's very, very small.
Right.
It's like one little circle. You could do something to one somebody, and everybody knows.
100%.
So, long story short, we went upstairs. We let him hear the music. We let him hear Trigger Tribe. He was like, yo, you have anybody else? And my husband was like, yeah, my brother, Young God, da-da-da-da. They've been doing music, X, Y, and Z. Let him hear Masters of the Melody. He was like, yo, come to Sony. Meet me X, Y, and Z day, time, da-da-da. No, so the label, the building, the big building.
Got you. He was in the studio.
We was already in the studio. We was at Platinum Studios. Mm-hmm. So we went down to the label.
My Clef studio.
Yes.
Yeah.
So we met with him or whatever, and we went down to the label and stuff like that. We went upstairs to the RCA floor, and I was embarrassed because Chris Brown gets off the elevator, and I'm smiling. He's like, hi. I was like, hey. And I turned to Kareem and said, hey, I know him. He looks at me and go, yeah, Chris Brown. And I was like, oh, shit.
Let me say, yeah, be Chris Brown.
I'm like, dead ass serious.
No, she didn't know who he was at all. Like, she's like, I know him.
Yeah, I was like, I know him.
You guys know me from the morning show. You guys know I don't drink, but this is a special occasion.
Exactly.
I'm rocking with you.
Come turn up, man.
Turn up, right?
Turn up.
Yes.
Yeah, we're going to get to you. Don't worry. We're going to get there. Okay, so.
So we had the meeting or whatever, and Gene liked what he heard. And, you know, he felt my husband and myself out and stuff like that. And he was like, listen, you know, I'm going to help you guys with the passion project. Meaning, if you could get some artists together, get them these beats or whatever, you have full access to them. Just keep sending me the music and stuff like that. He didn't tell me nothing about streaming. He ain't tell me nothing about ASCAP, BMI, nothing.
Right.
He just said,
Who's on the curve of that?
be quiet.
right on the curve.
just take the music and do what we do.
Right.
So here go me and Kareem. We run right them out ready. Yo, my God, we got to deal with Sony. We didn't get anybody signed, this and that and that and this. We have some beats. Let's get into the studio. And we just got to keep sending them music. And they looking at us like, yeah.
It's crazy.
A couple of people locked in. Cartel locked in, Young God locked in, Demigod locked in, Elijah locked in, what's his name? Live from Respect Life locked in. Like a lot of people locked in.
Yeah.
But they didn't really stay around, you know. We did a whole project with Cartel. We did a semi-project with Young God. And then we had, I had Cartel, Young God Boy King, Avion, Demigod, all of them in the studio 7 days a week from 10 o'clock in the morning to whatever time at night. With Killer.
That's crazy.
Everybody in the studio. We worked with Top Fife. We went to Jersey. Everything. Getting beats, trying to make this music to give to Gene. And like a lot of disappointing things happen. Like a lot of people start getting into people's ear. You know, whatever they were saying, why you got her? Or she's crazy, or she's this, or she's that, or you could do this yourself. Or if I was you, I would this, and this. Or she just paid for everything. She don't speak for me. And people in the industry, they don't like stuff like that.
Right.
Like I have a whole tablet of a conversation with specific people that, you know, some of the stuff that was said to me, that shit hurt. Like,
can I tell you what I look at you as?
What?
And I hope I hope you take this in a good way. Because I think it's like
Miss Deb.
the new version.
I want to meet her so bad,
I feel like you and her, I feel like if you got with her,
we would be a monster, a monster.
Because, you know, she had all these artists and still do, like have all these people in the game, her brother being Bimmy and everything like that.
Right.
And her being in the game and being strong as a woman and a manager, being with the type of artist she's been with for so long.
Yeah.
And like you have, like, I feel like your job is, like, she's dealt with people that even had, that artists that understood the game. You're dealing with the drill. It's like, I feel like nothing. I don't even know if she can even do what you do. I'm being honest with you.
My artist,
because like I said, she's dealing with artists in the time of the artists. Like even Jay-Z, even they say Jay-Z had bricks, he still understood the game. You know what I'm saying? He understood. Right. I know what to say as far as not to incriminate myself.
Right.
You know, we're talking about 90s,
early
2000s. These niggas is talking about riding around with bricks down I-95.
Exactly.
But you know, to them, it's like painting a picture.
Right. Like
opposed to artists really doing the nastiness.
Right. We went through so much stuff.
You feel me, right?
That.
So, how was that?
We went through so much stuff to where when she had her interview on Drink Champs, and she was like, when her and Nicki weren't together anymore, that really hurt her. Mm-hmm. I felt that shit because the situation that happened with, you know, the people that I was working with, that shit hurt me. It still hurt. Like, it still hurts. Like, I walk around with a smile on my face, but that shit really hurts because I took time, everything out to run and be with somebody. This is your dream. I'm not an artist. But if this is your dream and this is what's going to get you where you need to be, then I'm going to run it with you.
Yeah.
And it just really wasn't that same love back. Like, it wasn't that same love back.
I'm glad you said that as a manager.
Like in the behind the doors, it wasn't that, yeah, that's my manager, she holds me down, da 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 da. It was the opposite. And it's not cap because the people that said it to me, these are people that's still in the industry, still fucking with me, telling me if I ever go around such and such or such and such again, your face is no longer good. So I know some was done, some was said, you know, where they're like, nah, and they still where they at. Like,
now, as a manager, this, you know, is it hard knowing what okay, so your job as a manager, or anything you do in life, is to be successful and make money, of course. So
I don't even really care about the money because a lot of people don't understand. Yeah, I'm a manager, but I invest in my artists too.
No, that's what I was gonna say.
Yeah, I invest in my, but that's not my job.
Yeah, bro, that's what I was gonna say. When does the being a manager, and these are for all you managers out there, you fake managers, you guys who think you manage.
Word, don't know nothing, don't know how to read contracts, putting people in fucked up situations.
Now you have to remember, they're gonna say, Shay, what the hell do you know about managing? Now let me talk to you goofies for a second.
Right. Talk your shit.
I gotta talk my shit.
Talk your shit now.
Talk your shit, bro.
I gotta talk my shit. What do I know about being a manager? My father was a manager to the #1 group in the world in the 80s. He didn't make the beats. He's managed them. Helped write the records, manage the whole situation. Same thing like you. Mm-hmm. So this is why managers to me always rest in my heart, because I understand what my father did for them.
Right.
I understood what my father. I'm a child. You know, I remember them. We're talking about #1 group in the world. You know, even though you go on the road and you go on tour, make hundreds of thousands of dollars, you're still a young black man with $100,000.
That's right.
So they have situations and issues too. I remember them. I'm a child baby. Them in the crib, and them. And you remember how your granddaughter is in the studio?
That's right.
That's me.
She with me everywhere.
That's me.
Studio, video shoots.
That's me.
Meetings.
But that's me. So
right.
you know, when it comes to managers, I know a lot about managing. So back to you. Being a manager, when does the line cross of your feelings and doing the right thing? Because your feelings can get you financially tied up in an artist.
Mm-hmm.
So being a manager, when does that line?
It's blurred.
Yeah.
Word, like, yes, because
It's blurred.
no, because well, hold on.
No, because I see what my father did. That's what I'm actually
right.
saying.
He's saying that because even Greg, right? Even Greg says the same thing.
But you know, I'm gonna tell you. Hold on, not to cut you off. I forgot the name of the author, but I'm gonna let you guys. I'm gonna forward you this book you need to read. And I didn't read it. I heard it on the audio book, right? About being a manager. Now, people don't understand this. If you're a manager and you let your feelings get involved with the artist, that's why I asked you that. It can financially drain you.
Yes. Mentally too. And hurt you.
It's like now you're taking on another child.
Yes.
You're taking on another person in your life that you have to be a burden for. Okay. Now,
mind you, I have Shaji's, Used G's, Jala Sama, Blockwork, Mel Bands, Jay Lee, YP Savage, EBK Rico, EBK Jr., Paul. I have like fucking 15 to 20 people that I deal with ready.
You have so many, you have one sitting with you here now.
Right. Exactly. They forgot about him and he's sitting right next to me.
Yes. Pieces.
Yes.
Okay. So, but look.
BBO Flop, and they all have their own. Not to mention, okay? They all don't get along.
It's crazy.
I have every side of the borough of the Bronx. Harlem, Burke, My Haven, Cortland. None of them get along. But they respect me.
Right.
Enough to just deal with me, and I know not to cross paths and respect them.
Got you.
So I respect them for that, and I love them for that. Because they love me. They give me love. They give me respect and stuff like that. And
well, I mean, I gotta tell you.
Hold on, use G's. Because he yelled at me yesterday. He said, "But Ma, come on, Ma. I ain't never gonna ask you to come again." I said, "I'm on my way."
No, but
as soon as he said, "I ain't gonna never ask you to come get me again," I said, "I am on my way to come get you right now. Let's go do this interview."
No, but you moving like the labels move. I mean, the last interview we was with you was in a Sprinter.
With my personal budget.
That's what I'm saying. Okay, so let's talk about the manager work that you've done so far. Because you gotta remember, you forgot that you also introduced me to Ron Suno.
Yes.
You forgot.
Damn.
She
See?
She forgot about it.
I forgot Suno. I forgot Suno.
Yeah, y'all outside.
Yeah, we always outside.
Suno is with Zay Munna.
You know that.
Yes.
Sin Munna. It's Zay Munna, Sin Munna, Papa Munna, Glock, Juice, like the whole third side. Like they did a show with me in December with Raps and Receipts. I was so proud. Them boys got up there and tore that shit up. They 100%. We went to Binghamton, me, Ron Suno, Bo, all Bonnet, Killer, Reggie, all of them, Little JoJo. As I'm sitting here, it's like, damn, I got more artists to talk about. I got more artists that I be with. We went to Binghamton. They put on a show. They did their thing. Like, we would show so much love. Right. And I just thank them. Like, I know they think I'm crazy sometimes because I text them 100 times. Are you okay? Are you all right? Do you need anything?
We love you, Mom.
You know, and some of them was like, damn, she's crazy and back away. But some of them was like, nah, thank you for checking on me all the time. Like, this is what I need, you know? And some of them is like distant from it. But it's all with good intent, like good intent. And with Mel Bands, I have a heart. And everybody in the industry say that your heart is too in it. Take your heart out of it, you know. And everybody knows behind those doors, if I don't work with you no more, they're not going to be able to work with you either. Because they know I give you chance after chance after chance. And it's a lot of stuff I hide from them. Just so that they don't know the problems, the issues, the lack of work ethic, or whatever you're lacking, I don't let them know that. Yeah. I try to cover it, hide it, make the work look amazing. Like, you got to paint the picture. You know what I mean? And I
just don't know where to. I just don't know where to start with you guys.
Me neither. Like, cause I got like so much.
Okay, let's get into it. Okay, having these drill artists.
Yes.
You just named like 15 of them. You know what I'm saying? Okay.
Shout out to Debo. Shout out to my Kev. Free Shy G's, like
Free Shy G's.
Yes.
I'm glad you said that.
Free Shy G's,
I'm glad you said that.
Yeah.
Knowing that Little Dirk, Young Thug.
Shout out to Timo. I managed Timo, Little Dirk's brother, D-Things artist.
That's wild.
Like, yo, I'm his second manager.
So
we supposed to drop a project in December.
Okay, so that's what I'm saying. So knowing that you manage all these drill artists and you see what Little Dirk, Young Thug is going through, are you concerned with the new music business, the way it is, the new era?
I am the new era.
With these guys getting caught up.
I am the new era.
Are you still? I mean, because we know this is drill music,
right?
We listen to the music. You know, are you concerned with the lyrics sometimes, a little bit sometimes, knowing that? Did he just say this?
This might bite me in the ass.
Yes.
And this might not bite me in the ass.
Yes.
But when it comes to the business side, and I know they need to sell them units or whatever to stream, to make the money so that I can show the money. If you're going to be disrespectful, you're going to be disrespectful. We're going to shoot this video. You're going to go to the extreme to stream. If you're going to talk that shit, you're going to go talk that shit. If you're not talking that shit, then sit down, shut up. Nobody want to hear you. Like, ain't nobody really listening to you talking you're going to bust your gun. I'm going to bust my gun. Really? Where? Let me hear you say that harder. Like, say it how you going to really say it in the street, or how you going to really say it to somebody. So when they're in the booth, you know, doing their music and stuff like that, I'm hard on them, hands on when it comes to the visuals. Listen, I just told we about to be Batman on the top of a car. Like,
see, that's the thing. I'm not talking about the delivery. I'm talking about more of...
No, this is what I'm about. I'm getting there. I'm with that. But then on the other side, somebody parent lost their kids. Like,
that's what I mean.
And then that's what I said. It's like a double jeopardy. It's like, damn, but then I can't get too caught into that, because then now I'm picking sides.
Yeah.
Now, are you a YG? Are you third side? Are you Cortland? Are you OY? Are you this? I am the label executive that's here to help you get done right, get your delivery right, get your look right, get your business right, and get you through them doors if your numbers are doing what your numbers are supposed to do. Gotcha. I'm not going to force you to do nothing. I'm not going to push you to do nothing. If any artist that I work with right now...